everyone, my name is Abby Andrew and welcome back to the René of Paris channel. In today's video, I'm really excited to be bringing you a costume themed video, of course, that you can use for Halloween that's coming up. This is also a really great look that you can use for other costume events like Renaissance fairs. And the look that I'm going to be talking about today is a pirate themed look. Now, the thing that's really fun about this look is you can kind of choose whatever kind of style you want to go with and get creative with it. So you don't really have to follow any particular character guidelines because you're not trying to be a specific character, so you can kind of play around with different types of styles and fabrics to find a look that fits your personal taste. The pieces that you can use for this costume can come from things that are already in your wardrobe. They can come from secondhand thrift stores, so you can get them for really inexpensive, or they can be things that you can buy especially for this costume. But the really great thing is you can kind of do whatever fits your budget and your personal style. So I'll be putting together a couple of different pirate looks in this video, some with pants, some with skirts, lots of layering, so I'm going to use some corsets, and lots of different wigs of course too. But first let me go ahead and show you a couple of the pieces that I'm going to be working with. A lot of these pieces were things that were already in my wardrobe or came from thrift stores, so this is something you can easily put together on your own. So it's also really great for a last-minute costume idea as well. At the end of this video, I'm also going to be trying a couple of different wig looks and showing ways that you can style your wigs to go with these costumes. Something that you can look for are stripes, because I think stripes look really good with a pirate look. So I have this skirt, for example, which is this brown and black skirt, which kind of with ruffles in the bottom. So this is really great for a pirate look. I also have this red skirt that will look really nice with this high-low kind of uneven hem, so that will also kind of be good for a pirate look as well. I also wanted to try to experiment with a look using this dress. Now this dress doesn't totally fit a pirate look, but what I really like about this dress is the puff sleeves. So I think that if I took this dress and layered it with a longer skirt on top and layered it with some sort of corset, I think this would look really good with these sleeves especially. So of course, layering is your friend here. I think if you add a lot of different layers, it really helps kind of bring together a pirate look. I just wanted to try to do a look with pants instead of skirts for those who are more comfortable wearing pants. So I have this sort of one-piece jumpsuit that I have here that has these really fine black and white stripes. I think this paired with some different scarves tied around the waist, maybe around the neck, and of course tying in the wig and the different hair accessories you can pair with this would make a really great pirate look as well. Here is this kind of wench dress, which is going to be so perfect. I'm really excited to see what kind of look I can put together with this. It's this long cream-colored dress that I bought particularly for the Renaissance fair when I was putting together a costume for that, but it's absolutely perfect for a pirate-themed look as well when it's going to be paired with other scarves and belts and things like that. I also picked up this corset vest to wear with some of the dresses because I think this would layer really well to create sort of a pirate look. This also has kind of steampunk look elements to it with these different chains across. I think that would pair really well with either that long cream color dress or the shorter white dress as well. As for some other accessories, this is something you probably already have in your closet, but lots of different scarves with different patterns or with just a solid color would look really well paired in a lot of different ways. So you have options here. You could either tie them around your neck, you could tie them around your hair to use as sort of a bandana or headband, you can tie them around your waist, so I'll show all of those different looks. So I have a scarf like this, which is just kind of like a jewel pattern, which in my opinion kind of gives me pirate vibes, because I guess pirates are always looking for the jewels and the gold, so that just kind of has those hints in it. And then I also just have a solid black scarf, a solid red scarf, and more stripes, because I do think that stripes will really add to a pirate-themed look. Of course, I had to pick up a pirate hat for this look, because I think that will definitely add to all of these, so I'll be trying this with a couple of different wigs to see how that pairs. And to add some finishing touches to all of these looks, I think pairing it with lots of different jewelry would look great as well, because of course pirates are going to show off all of their findings on their journeys as they collect little treasures here and there. So I think a look paired with earrings, or even just one earring, I think kind of gives a lot of pirate vibes. Layering lots of different necklaces and lots of different rings as well, so I'll be showing how to pair all of these with the costume look. So now let's go ahead and jump into the first pirate look. For this first look, I took that long cream colored dress with the puff sleeves and paired it with that fake leather corset that I have with the really nice brown pattern on it with the kind of steampunk elements. And then to tie it together, I also took a black scarf and wrapped it around my waist. So any sort of scarves can be used in a variety of ways to just add little elements to your pirate look. I also had this long black kind of rope string that I also tied around my waist just to have a little bit more dangly bits. Adding any sort of jewelry or accessories and nicks and knacks here on the outfit will really just add more elements to it. For the hair for this look, I decided to use a sort of scarf to wrap around my head. So the wig that I'm working with for this one is Harper from the Alexander Couture Collection in the color Dark Chocolate. It's this really fantastic, long, straight wig without any sort of layers or anything. And I feel like this is also fitting for a pirate look because it's very natural looking, and pirates generally probably wouldn't have a lot of drastic hairstyles like bangs or layers or things like that, so I feel like it looks good for a natural sort of look. For this particular look, I'm going to start by putting the hair into a loose, low bun. I'm going to leave some layers forward because I want some hair to be sticking out from underneath the scarf. I'm just taking a regular hair tie. You can use regular hair ties for your wigs and it won't damage the fibers. Just going to pull it back into a loose, low bun like that. I'm going to take this red scarf here. It's a square scarf. I'm just going to fold it into a triangle like this. And then I'm going to take those two corners. I'm going to put the flat piece toward the front of my head and then just tie the back underneath that bun. I'm just adding that simple element, which is really easy to do and you could probably do with materials that you already have in your house. Just creates a little bit more of a pirate themed look. To add some accessories, I'm also going to add on this necklace. I added just one earring like that. You could also choose to add both, but I think that one earring is kind of good for a pirate look. Just to add even more accessories, I also added a few rings. You could add lots of bangles and bracelets, more necklaces layered on top, and that would all add to the look. So here's how the first pirate look came out with all of the different elements. To go with that same bandana hairstyle that I just tried, you can even pair that with the pirate hat on top of it. So you can wear it just like this, or if you add the pirate hat, it kind of adds a cool element with the color peeking through underneath. Or you could just go ahead and keep the hair in the bun and just wear the pirate hat without the scarf, and that looks good as well. But I really like the pop of color that the red scarf adds to it. To layer on top of that same exact look, I took exactly what I was wearing and just added the striped skirt on top. Layering long skirts can also create a really cool effect. If you pin up the skirt a little bit to reveal the skirt underneath, it can create a really nice sort of layered look to it. Because this striped skirt also has an elastic waistband that didn't really feel fitting for the theme, I took one of those long scarves and just covered up that elastic waistband with the scarf to create a more authentic look. For this next pirate themed hairstyle, I'm going to use another scarf and wrap it around the hair. But first what I'm going to do is also incorporate this in so it can be hidden underneath the scarf, so that once it's tied around the hair, these can kind of hang down in the front to create just kind of almost like they're hair accessories, but it'll just be wrapped around my head and hidden underneath the scarf. The first step I'm going to do is optional, but I'm going to just put the hair into a half ponytail just so the front pieces aren't falling forward too much. You don't have to worry about doing this too neatly because the hair will mostly be covered with a scarf. Next, I'm going to take this long piece of rope here. It's kind of in a braided pattern. You can use a color that is similar to the hair that you're wearing, or you can use a different color. That doesn't really matter. In this case, it will kind of create a cool effect because it kind of blends into the hair and almost looks like it's a braid in the hair, but either will work, so it doesn't have to match the hair. I'm just going to wrap this around my head like a headband. Now this top part will be covered by the headband, but now you have this effect of the beads kind of blending into the hair. So I purposely kept one side of the rope a little bit shorter so it would be almost the length of the hair, so it looks like it's blended right in like that. And the other piece can hang down long as well, because that can also add to the outfit. Again, don't worry about this top part looking messy, because now we're going to go ahead and cover it with the scarf. If you want to help secure this in place, you can also take some bobby pins to make sure that it doesn't spin around throughout the day and just kind of keep it where you want it to be. Now we're just going to take our long square-shaped scarf, we're going to fold it into a triangle and then roll it up from the small corner on the bottom and roll it up all the way to the top so it forms kind of like a long headband. They're going to layer that right on top of the rope. And you'll have these two long pieces in the back and you can just tie those in place. Then you also have these long scarf pieces hanging down on the back, which also kind of creates a pirate look. You could even tie it even tighter so it just creates like a little knot on the back, like that. But I also like the look of these scarf pieces hanging down in front so it's visible underneath the hair. You can even twist it so the knot is more to the side of the head so it's really showing like this. I really like the way this one looks. And now you have the effect of that rope kind of blending in with the hair as well as the scarf peeking in the front. And you can leave the hair like that for a pirate kind of look. But all of these styles also pair really nicely with the pirate hat if you want to add that on top. And the pirate hat is a guaranteed way for people to recognize what you are because it's definitely a signature pirate look. If you had an eye patch or something like that, that would be really great to place over one eye. And voila, so that is this second hairstyle look. You can definitely play with this a bit. You can kind of style the scarf so it covers the head completely. So another way you can do it is just fold it into a rectangle like this, and then you want to take the folded side and pull that towards the front of your forehead. And you want to pull it tightly across your forehead like this so it doesn't slip. This part is a little bit tricky, so you might want to have someone help you hold it in place while you do this. And then you can take the long parts of the scarf and just tie that on the back of the head to secure it. You could either use the scarf to tie itself into place, or to keep it even simpler, you can even just take a hair tie and tie the scarf in place. And you want to make sure that this front part is really pulled nice and tight and secure so it doesn't slip. And then you just have the hair fully covered by the scarf. Again, you can use a scarf of your choice. You can play with different colors, you can use solid colors, and then it kind of creates this really cool effect in the back too with the knotted scarf. This piece is of course optional, but it just kind of adds another interesting element to the hair. Again, this is something you could also pair with your hat, because I really like the look of the scarf peeking through underneath the hat. So you could wear just the hat without the scarf, just the scarf without the hat, or pair them together. To add to this look even more, you could also just add some single thin braids in the hair. Something else that's really fun is to incorporate beads into your braids. So as you're braiding, you can just add a bead to the hair and secure it into the braid. But single braids work just as well. A small thin invisible elastic would help really nicely to secure this in place. You could even just let it hang loose, because as the braid starts to unravel, that could even add to the look as well. So you don't have to worry too much about securing it. But you can also just take a regular hair tie and add that to the end. Now for this full outfit, I chose to go with that long jumpsuit piece, just to show that you can work with anything that you already have at home, and just to show another look with pants if you're more comfortable wearing pants instead of a skirt. I just took that simple jumpsuit that I already had in my wardrobe, paired it with a scarf around the waist. You could pair it with a corset like in the first outfit, just wear that on top. You could pair it with some sort of puffy sleeves underneath, would look really great as well. So here is this final look. I ended up using this long jumpsuit to have the kind of pants effect, and then to make it look a little bit more piratey, I did tie this long black scarf around the waist. Again, I think a red scarf would look really great, or any sort of other pattern scarf. I really like the stripes of the jumpsuit for a pirate look as well. Then of course I added a lot of jewelry, so I have that same necklace from the first look, as well as a longer necklace. Any sort of brassy long necklace would look really great if you had a feather or a key or something like that, or a stopwatch. That would look really cool. I also have this armband that I paired with it for another hint of gold, and again, lots of rings. I also added these earrings that I thought added a nice effect. Any sort of long dangly earrings would look good, a hoop earring. You can do a pair of earrings and have one on each ear, or just wear a single earring, which would also kind of create a pirate look effect. So that is all for this pirate video. Again, with all of the pieces that I had, I probably could have put together an unlimited amount of combinations for a pirate look, but that just goes to show just how easily you could pull something together like this, just from pieces from your wardrobe, pieces from a thrift store, or just little pieces that you pick up from a costume store. It can be a really great last-minute costume, or something that you put a lot of time into, depending on what you like to do with your costumes. Let me know in the comments below which of these outfits was your favorite look, if you think that you're going to take inspiration from any of them, or let me know of the pieces that I showed in the beginning of this video, what pieces that you think would look nicely together, and maybe I can throw together another outfit to post on Instagram or something like that. The wig I used for this video again was Harper from the Alexander Couture Collection in dark chocolate, but you could use any other wigs. I think wigs that are a fun color would look fantastic for this. This is also a great look that you could just use your everyday wig look to incorporate into a costume, so you don't have to necessarily get a whole new wig to make the costume. You can use one of the wigs that you already have in part of your collection. If you want to learn more about Harper or any of our other wig styles, you can also visit our website reneofparis.com to view all of the details about all of our different wigs and our different brands to find a wig that is right for you. For other wig tips and tutorials, you can also follow us on YouTube at René of Paris, or on Instagram at René of Paris, where we post regular updates and have regular live streams and things like that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more wig tips and tutorials, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.